good to go. I'm going to call to order the meeting for April 11th of the City of Rainbow City City Council. I'm going to ask James and Jenkins do our invocation. It'll be called to, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'll lead that. Stand.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for this day that you have so graciously blessed us with. Father, I thank you for the opportunity to serve, and I thank you for each individual up here who serves. God, I just ask that as we enter into the week of Easter, God, that you would just remind us what Easter is all about, God, and we just want to thank you that you sent your only Son to the cross, God, and that 3 days later he rose again, and that because of that, God, we have salvation. And I ask that you would just let each decision that we make tonight be led and guided by you, and that ultimately it would glorify and honor you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you have a cell phone, if you would put it to the airplane mode or silent mode, we would appreciate it. And I'd ask the clerk to call a roll.
Anita Bedwell. Here. Randy Weiss. Here. Jeff Prince. Here. Jamison Jenkins. Here. Clark Hopper. Here. Mayor Taylor.
Here. Number 5 is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of March 28th and the special called meeting of March 31st, 2022, and I'll accept that in the form of a motion. So moved. Second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 6 is to award the bid for the cleaning contract. We opened those in our pre-council, and Minyard Cleaning Service is the apparent bidder, the singular bidder, and we'll be talking to the the Minyards to make sure that they're good to go with moving forward with that contract. And I would entertain a motion that we award that bid at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 7 is to award the bid for sand and finish gym floor at the rec center. We had no responsive bidders on that, and we'll take that under advisement. Number 8 is award the bid for surplus items and administration, and I'll have the clerk read the bids.
Linda Cleveland bid $6.50 on the 13 3-ring binders, and Jennifer Burton bid $60 on the HP LaserJet printer.
I'd entertain a motion that we award those to those winning bids.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Number 9 is to award the bid for surplus items and recreation in the fire departments, and I'll ask the clerk if she would read the winning award.
We didn't have any bids. Ma'am.
We had no response on that, so we'll work on that later. Number 10 is the retirement of Tina Gibbink, our probation officer, effective Thursday, April 28th of 2022, and I reluctantly ask that we accept her retirement in the form of a motion.
I reluctantly make that motion. We appreciate Tina so much for the job she's done.
We sure do. Is
Second.
there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Number 11 is resolution number 22-03, which is to permit MWT Alabama LLC, and I'll ask the clerk if she'll read that resolution.
Resolution number 22-03, resolution to approve the sitting of a solid waste management facility, MWTAL, LLC, to be located in Rainbow City, Alabama. Whereas on January the 10th, 2022, pursuant to Section 22-27-18.1, Section D, the Rainbow City Council approved Resolution number 22-01, a resolution receiving the completed application of a solid waste management facility to be located in Rainbow City, Alabama. And whereas on January the 14th, 2022, pursuant to Section 22-27-48.1E1A A public notice was sent via certified mail to adjacent property owners to this proposed site stating that MWT-AL LLC had formally submitted an application to the governing body to open and operate a solid waste facility, and whereas on January the 18th and 19th, a public service announcement was broadcasted on WQSB radio to inform the public of the public hearing, and whereas on January 21st and 28th, a public notice was published in the Messenger newspaper announcing the date, time, and criteria described in subsection C of section 22-27-48 of a public hearing to be held by the Rainbow City Council. And whereas on February 24th, 2022, MWT-AL LLC held a public awareness session at the Rainbow City Municipal Building to provide general information on the design and operation of the proposed facility with questions and answers from the public. Whereas on March 31st, 2022, the City Council held a special called council meeting to accept public comments. And now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the Rainbow City Council hereby formally acknowledge receipt of public comments and giving consideration to the criteria provided in subsection C of section 22-27-48 to public input, approve the sitting of MWT-AL LLC, a new solid waste management facility, approved and adopted this the 11th day of April 2022.
I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take a voice vote?
Yes.
And
Anita
include me.
Bedwell,
Yes.
Randy Weiss,
Yes.
Jeff Prince,
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins,
Yes.
Clark Hopper,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Number 12 is resolution number 22-04, authorizing a public hearing on proposed commercial development agreement for the Willow Tree, and that would come about on April
28th.
April
Mayor. Yes.
28th. And I would accept that we pass that resolution in form of a motion.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 13 is ordinance number 559, which is permit fees, and you had that to be able to look over previous to the council meeting and during our work session. And now is the time and place for a public hearing on presented number 559, amending the ordinance number 284 pertaining to the schedule of building permits and permit fees. Is there anyone here that would like to speak for or against that ordinance? Anyone at all? Hearing none, seeing none, I'd need a motion to introduce the ordinance.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Now I need a motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration.
So moved. Second.
Clerk, can you take a roll call vote?
Anita Bedwell,
Yes.
Randy Weiss,
Yes.
Jeff Prince,
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins,
Yes.
Clark Hopper,
Yes.
Mayor Taylor.
Yes. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance number 559.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take a roll call?
Anita Bedwell,
Yes.
Randy Weiss,
Yes.
Jeff Prince,
Yes.
Jamison Jenkins,
Yes.
Clark Hopper.
Yes.
Number 14 is an ad request from the Messenger for the 2022 Senior Tribute Magazine. What would be the pleasure of the council?
Make a motion that we buy the quarter horizontal page for $150.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 15 is monthly department reports from Animal Control, Building, Community Center, Court, Fire, Library, or Police. Any of you guys got anything? I would like to go ahead, while we're doing a report, and recognize Kenneth Payne. Kenneth works with the Lions Club. Kenneth, you want to come up and give us your report? If you don't mind, Kenneth, tonight, if you would come up and,
You gotta be official tonight.
yeah. You've actually got to state who you are and what your address is. And then go from there.
He said you want all that.
I want all of it.
I'm Kenneth Payne with Rainbow City Lions Club. I live in Rainbow City. I live at 879 Sunset Drive in Riddles Bend, Rainbow City. And Saturday we had a great day on the Pancake Day. Had a great participation and went well. And we appreciate all y'all, the mayor, council, every one of them was there. That holds the record on the turnout
Wow.
for the official people. And we had a lot of people volunteered, and some people stayed the whole time. There was a lot of folks I see that's out here that was there, and you know, it was a good day. And all of it was volunteer. Didn't anybody have to do anything, but we appreciate it. And I will single out some people. Thank all of y'all. There was a lot of politicians, but when they stay and clean up, oh, that helps. Tim Ramsey stayed till it was over, cleaned up. So I appreciate it. Not just saying that as a friend to a friend. So we had a great day. We served right at 500 people. So there was a lot of pancake making. And the mayor, he made pancakes, and he wouldn't even let us relieve him. He just kept making. So
I told you I was going to, if you
yeah,
wouldn't
oh,
let me
he's a
cook, I wasn't
machine. He
coming
said, yeah,
back.
he's a machine. Yeah, Jameson Jenkins will give you a run for your money, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
he was on it. And all you other guys. And Anita, y'all just, and Jeff, he made batter. We looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy when we got done. So
My middle was smaller. I think I would have beat the mayor.
you knew that was coming.
He makes a gourmet
Yeah,
pancake. I
yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah,
I
but-
make production.
But anyway, we appreciate the participation, and it's a great turnout. I mean, we hadn't had it in a couple of years, so, and even the businesses and the people in the city, they're eager to do something. It's a real positive attitude that is very nice to see also. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenneth. We appreciate you so much. We'll move on to council reports and comments, and we'll start with Mr. Vice.
Once again, I want to thank Kenneth for all the effort you put into Pancake Breakfast. It was a great experience, and thank you for doing that. I want to thank everybody that volunteered. A lot of the young folks from the Leo Club, I think at Southside High School, were there too, including some that were actually fasting. I don't know how you fast at a pancake breakfast, but they pulled it off. To me, fasting at a pancake breakfast is how fast I can eat the second group of pancakes. But nonetheless, I appreciated that and appreciate all that everyone does. And again, it's just great to live and serve in Rainbow City. I'm excited about our new businesses coming up, and it's just a pleasure to serve. Thank you.
Mr. Prince?
Thank you, Mayor. I too just want to, it's a broken record, I understand, but thanks to Kenneth Payne, and not just Kenneth, but the Rainbow City Lions Club, and for what the Lions Club does. I was involved in the Lions Club for many years in a previous life in Gadsden. Didn't want to say that part, but I do appreciate what you do. It was a great day. It was a lot of fun to come help, just be a small part of it. So thank you very much. Again, thanks for all of our employees and all that you guys and girls do. It is an exciting day. Councilman Vice mentioned businesses coming to town and some manufacturing facilities and things. We're excited about the possibilities that stand in front of us in Rainbow City. This week is Easter, and I pray that each one of you stop and reflect on what God did for us this week so many years ago. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Ms. Bedwell?
Well, I really had a good time at Pancake Day. It was a really good day. a lot of folks were there because we are ready to get out and do things. And Rainbow City Cleanup Day's coming. Kenneth, you forgot to throw that in when you got finished. A little break, okay. But it is, so I'm just very excited about being in a city that always has a forward thinking for the things that we do, like the Lions Club and cleanup time and new businesses coming. We're just really appreciative of a positive attitude for our whole city. And I'm excited to get to live here. Thanks.
Mr. Jenkins?
Well, I'll start with Kenneth too. Saturday, Claire and I were talking, and I said, you know, one word that describes Kenneth Payne, one word that describes him would be servant to me. Kenneth's been an example to me since before I was even a teenager. I've known him, I guess, longer than half my life. But he's always worried about somebody else. I've never once in my life seen the man be even remotely concerned about himself, ever. And I hope that I can leave half of a legacy that Kenneth certainly will. And I just want to say, truly, how awesome it is to get to work up here with a group of people that really has fun. We do work, but we have fun. It was probably 120 degrees standing over that griddle. I'm talking about I was sweating now, and I would not have wanted to be anywhere else. I mean, we had a blast, and not everybody can say that, you know, that the people that they work with, they enjoy working with that much. But on a Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, I would not have wanted to be anywhere else. And so I'm just really thankful to work with a group that has fun together doing what we do. That's all I got.
Mr. Hopper, and we call him Biscuit.
That's because that's what I cook, biscuits and sausage. I had that. Hey, but I will say this, and I thought about it when I see Representative Isbell there. He did get a special Mickey Mouse treat. The mayor can cook a mean Mickey Mouse pancake. I'm just here to tell y'all. A couple things, you know, yes, we've already talked about Easter, and yes, we've already talked about Lions Club, and I did have a blast. But I want to give some kudos to the children in our community. Westbrook just won their 15th consecutive baseball title. Randy's doing good with the soccer, both boys and girls, and both schools. Junior high won the county tournament championship in Rainbow Middle School. But one person I want to talk about, somebody who lives here in this town, and I think we need to do something for, and that's Kim Nails. Kim Nails is going to hang up and retire from high school basketball. Let me give you the numbers. I got to know Kim. Of course, Charles, her husband, and me were buddies from Gadsden State. And when I tried to coach little high school football, he coached at Coosa, and I coached at a little school in Blount County called Appalachian. And then we've been friends for a long time. But I pulled this up on Gadsden Times earlier. In her time at Gadsden High School and Southside High School, she won 471 games and lost 235, okay? And then she was at Gadsden High from 1990 to 2001. That's where I got to know her, because during that time frame, I was also a high school basketball referee. By then, I'd done paid my dues. So we would get, in the old days, we would get the big team boys, then the girls' game. And I got the fortune of going to Gadsden High a good bit, and she was a class act. In between those two, she went to Gadsden State, where she won another 147 games. So she won over 600 ball games. She took Gadsden High to a championship where she got a runner-up. She also got Southside 5 area championships, won 5 area championships at Southside, and made 2 appearances in the northern regions, and won the 2018 Etowah County Tournament, which were all first for the program history. She's obviously Hall of Fame material, whether it's Etowah or the state of Alabama, and I hope we do something for her and recognize her. And now I'm done.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and cover these few announcements. Last day for the RSVP free tax service is April 13th. On May 14th is Rainbow City Cleanup Day. As far as I'm concerned, the Pancake Day was so much fun, I can't even describe it. And, you know, I told Kenneth he had to promise to let me cook, and if I didn't get to cook, I'd leave. And so I think I've locked in my spot on my grill, and I think I'm in pretty good shape there. But just want to tell you guys that the employees here at the city of Gadsden, wow, that was me, an employee of the city of Gadsden. The employees of Rainbow City dedicated themselves to going against human trafficking, and we have an incredible police department that does an amazing job, but they engaged with us and asked us to attend some classes, and our employees are attending day-long classes to be able to identify human trafficking and be able to try to stomp out that problem. Now, whether we can do it all over, we don't know, but I promise you we're going to do our part in our little section of the world to get rid of that problem as much as we possibly can. And I'm so thankful for a receptive group of employees that will come down here and take away from their work, knowing that when they go back, that same work is waiting on them when they get back to their desks. And I appreciate that so much. And also, our United Way giving, we were awarded a plaque. I didn't know anything about it. I do sit on the board of the United Way, but when we got over to the annual meeting, we had increased from last year's giving to this year's giving 370%. And that's pretty amazing with the number of people that we have giving. And that's an opportunity for us to put that money back into our area. There's a lot of things that are said one side or the other as far as United Way is concerned, but 98% of all the money that we send, other than the branding and the buying of that name, goes here in Etowah County, and it goes to people that are in need. And it's big brothers and big sisters, which my wife sits on the board of, and they're watching lives changed. And it's all of the other programs that books to kids, the Dolly Parton reading program, all of those things matter so much. And I just want you to know that I encourage our employees to continue to give. And if you don't give on your own, if you can find a place to plug in and give in your workplace, I would really appreciate you doing that, because there's no doubt that that word united really does mean something, and it rings really loud when it comes to the employees of Rainbow City. We have a special guest here, Representative Gil Isbell. Gil, would you like to come up and have a moment?
Two reasons what I came back. One is I hope to be in part of Rainbow City, this coming year, or starting this coming year. But the main reason I came by, I wanted to report regarding the Etowah County Sports Complex. We passed the legislation that restructured the board, and that'll go into place on October 1st. This hopefully will allow the contractors to go back and prepare the field, because there's a lot, since it sat there for 14 months, from low funds, but also there was an interruption from a legislator as well. But everything's back on track, and hopefully this week, and I think Randy could speak to this, I think that Game Day will be signing a contract to move forward, and that's what we're hoping to. But I think it will be extremely positive for Rainbow City. It's great for the county, but extremely positive for Rainbow City, and I know that you guys will benefit from it, and I hope that the county will continue to benefit from it once it gets in place. And I would like to thank the board that's presently sitting there, and we shall see, and it's going from, I forgot how many members on the present board, down to 7. And of course, Rainbow City will have an appointment on that board, and I think it'll, hopefully things will be very positive coming this fall. And I think they're hoping to have the first game August or September. Is that correct, Randy?
I think it's the second week of October, but very close.
Well, somewhere in that,
Yes, sir.
in there, but we're trying to get it through, and we pushed out the date to October 1st for the board. Maybe I should have pushed it out a little bit further, but it is where it is, and I think that gives the present board the opportunity to finalize what they started, and I have to compliment them. Nothing's ever easy, and if you compare it to just like to the Sand Mountain Amphitheater or that particular complex, they went over budget a tremendous amount. I think it was 100% over budget, where this budget they had in place, they did go up about 30%, but I think they've done a good job controlling the money, watching over the money, and they've done a good job. So I just want to compliment on that. And thank you guys. And I've worked with Joe on Mayor, a few things. And as I said, I'm hoping to be here next year serving you. But even if I'm not, I still have a lot of contacts. And if I can help in any way, now or later. And even on the third lane from 77 to Lumley Road, I've been talking to the director and even the state about it. So it doesn't have to be in your district to help everybody. That's what it's about. And we have to give back collectively as a county to get better. So thank you, and that's all I had to say.
Thank you, Representative. Just so everyone knows, just so that we'll go on record to say, this council supports the mega sports complex. I don't want that to ever be a question. We're so excited about having that dead center of our city, and it's going to become just a magnet for this area, and especially for Rainbow City. And we'll be able to bring people in from all over the state, all over the country, to play soccer out there, and then we'll get an opportunity to feed them, sell them some gas, and send them home. And we're very, very excited about that. If there's nothing else to come before the council, I would entertain a motion that we adjourn. I'm sorry. Oh, do we have anybody with a public comment? My bad. Sorry about y'all. Anybody? Well, there's Kenneth Payne.
I'd like to recognize Jeremy Lauren, Troop 92 Boy Scouts, which is a big help on cleanup day, pancake day, and any project I got going on, he's ready to help. Thank you.
Kenneth was speaking, he didn't come to the microphone, but he was speaking about Jeremy Lauren. He's over the Boy Scout troop here. I got to meet some of their guys on Saturday. They are a hard-working bunch, and they came in. As a matter of fact, I started out before Jameson came in and took over the guy's grill. I was working with an Eagle Scout, never had that opportunity before, and this was just a very well-mannered young man, and I can't remember his name, can't recall his name. I wished I could, but he was just a what is his name, Kenneth?
Marty Campbell's, it's Marty and Randy's grandson, Kirby.
Kirby. I'm not sure about his name.
Well, we know that his name's Kirby, and Kirby Glenn. Kirby Glenn is my buddy, and he's the master of the Lacey pancake. I'll say that. He can make them just like Cracker Barrel. I didn't get to that point because I was trying to turn out numbers. But anyway, I really do appreciate that. Is there anyone else that have anything to say? There being nothing else, now I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn. Thank you. Thank y'all for being here.